Guys, you won't believe what we found in Switzerland, insane new spots. Today, we're diving headfirst into the top 10 newly discovered tourist attractions that you absolutely need to see. We're talking views that'll make your eyeballs do a happy dance, experiences that'll make you question reality, and just pure, unadulterated awesomeness. I've got the drone shots ready, and I'm pumped to take you on a virtual trip that's going to be epic. So grab your snacks, get comfy, and let's just get right into it. This is going to be sick! Let's go! All right, kicking things off with an absolute banger, guys. First up is Lauterbrunnen Valley. This place isn't just a valley, it's like stepping into a fairy tale. Imagine cliffs so steep they shoot straight up into the sky, covered in vibrant green. And then the main event, waterfalls. 72 waterfalls, yeah, you heard me, 72. You can walk behind some of these waterfalls, feel the mist on your face, hear that thundering sound of water crashing down. It's one of those moments where you just stand there and go, whoa, the sheer scale of it is what gets you. You feel so tiny, but in a good way. Staubach Falls is one of the big famous ones, and it just free falls almost 300 meters. It looks like a ribbon of silver pouring down the cliffside. We got some insane drone shots of that. You guys are going to flip. The valley floor itself is super lush, with little villages dotted around that look like they haven't changed in centuries. Wooden chalets, cows with bells, and flowers everywhere. It's the kind of place you see on a postcard and think, nah, that can't be real, but it is. It's real, and it's even better in person. Lauterbrunnen Valley, you guys, it's a solid 10 out of 10, maybe even an 11. If you're coming to Switzerland, this has to be on your itinerary. No excuses. Just go. You'll thank me later, I promise. Okay, next up, guys, if you thought Lauterbrunnen was insane, wait until you see Alpine Lake, or Eschenense if you want to get all fancy with the local lingo. We had to take a gondola ride up to get there, which already felt like an adventure. And then you walk a little bit and bam, there it is. This lake, you guys, the color of the water, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like someone melted a million blue Jolly Ranchers, or maybe a giant sapphire, and poured it into this mountain bowl. It's this intense turquoise, almost milky blue that just glows. And it's surrounded by these massive, jagged peaks that are still streaked with snow, even in the summer. The contrast is just ridiculous. You can rent rowboats, which we totally did, obviously. Paddling out into the middle of this lake, surrounded by these colossal mountains, it's one of the most peaceful and simultaneously mind-blowing experiences ever. It's so quiet up there, except for the occasional cowbell in the distance or the sound of your own oars dipping into the water. We just floated around for ages, trying to soak it all in. You have to see this blue. Seriously. Alright guys, prepare yourselves for this next one, because it is monumental. We're talking about the Aletsch Glacier. This is the biggest glacier in the Alps. Like, it's so huge, it's hard to even comprehend. It's like a massive frozen river stretching for miles and miles, winding its way through the mountains. Seeing it for the first time, it just takes your breath away. Getting up to the viewpoints for the Aletsch Glacier is an adventure in itself. You take a series of cable cars, and with each one the view gets more and more insane. You're going higher and higher, and then suddenly, there it is, laid out beneath you like a giant white serpent. The scale is just mind-boggling. It's 23 kilometers long. That's like a marathon of ice. All right, next up we're heading to a place that's probably on a million postcards, but trust me, seeing it in real life is a whole different ball game. We're talking about Zermatt and the one, the only, the legendary Matterhorn. You guys, this mountain is an icon. It's that perfectly shaped pointy mountain that looks like a giant shark tooth sticking out of the earth. No picture, no video, not even my incredible drone footage can truly capture how majestic this thing is when you're standing there looking at it. Zermatt itself is this super charming, car-free village nestled right at the foot of the Matterhorn. So you're wandering around these cute wooden chalets with flowers spilling out of window boxes, and then, bam! You look up and there's this colossal, awe-inspiring mountain just dominating the skyline. It's pretty surreal. The Matterhorn plays peekaboo a lot. One minute it's perfectly clear, showing off its sharp ridges and snowy peak, and the next, a cloud will drift by and cover it up. We got super lucky and had some amazing clear views, especially at sunrise and sunset. Watching the first rays of sun hit the peak, turning it golden. That's a core memory right there, right? Okay, moving on from the high alpine craziness for a second, let's talk about Lake Geneva, or Lac Léman if you're feeling fancy in French, because part of it is in France. This isn't just a lake, guys. This is the largest lake in Central Europe. It's massive. It's like a freshwater sea stretching out as far as the eye can see, with the Alps providing this epic backdrop on one side and rolling hills and vineyards on the other. It's a totally different vibe from the mountain lakes, but just as stunning in its own way. What's super cool about Lake Geneva is the variety of things to see and do around it. You've got bustling cities like Geneva itself, with its famous jet d'eau fountain shooting water super high into the air. Then you've got charming towns like Montreux, famous for its jazz festival, and Lausanne with its steep, picturesque old town. Each place has its own unique character, but they all share these beautiful views of the lake. We took a boat trip, which is a must-do, and it gives you such a great perspective of the whole area. One of the most surprising and awesome things around Lake Geneva is the Lavaux Vineyard Terraces. Alright guys, for this next one we're hopping on a train. But this isn't just any train, this is the Bernina Express, and let me tell you, it's one of the most scenic train rides in the entire world. I'm not even exaggerating, this train journey is so epic. It's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Along with the tracks it runs on, it connects Switzerland to Italy. And the views along the way are just chef's kiss. We're talking panoramic windows, so you don't miss a single thing. These windows are huge, like bigger than my first LA apartment. The train climbs up and over the Bernina Pass, which is over 2,200 meters high. So, you start in these lush green valleys, and then you're slowly ascending, going past turquoise lakes, through charming little villages, and then suddenly you're surrounded by glaciers and snow-capped peaks. The engineering of this railway is insane too. Okay guys, we've seen a lot of waterfalls already on this trip, but get ready for the boss of European waterfalls. We're heading to the Rhine Falls, and this thing is an absolute beast. It's not the tallest, but it's the most powerful waterfall in Europe by volume of water. We're talking an average of 600,000 liters of water thundering over the rocks every second in the summer. That's like a gazillion water bottles. The sheer force of it is just incredible to witness. You can feel the ground vibrating as you get closer. There are these awesome viewing platforms built right up close to the falls, some even jutting out over the water, and let me tell you, you will get wet from the spray, especially on a windy day. It's like a free shower, but way more epic. There's this one platform in the middle, on a giant rock that you can reach by boat. Standing there with the water roaring all around you, it's an insane sensory overload. The noise is deafening, the spray is flying, and you just feel the raw power of nature. It's exhilarating. All right, after all that raw nature power, let's switch gears a bit and head to a city that is pretty much the definition of charming. I'm talking about Lucerne, or Luzerne. Guys, this place is like stepping into a medieval postcard that came to life. It's situated on Lake Lucerne, surrounded by mountains, and the Reuss River flows right through the old town. It's got everything: beautiful old buildings, picturesque squares, and get this, covered wooden bridges that are hundreds of years old. The most famous one is the Chapel Bridge, or Kappelbrücke. It's this iconic wooden footbridge that zigzags across the river, and it has a stone water tower right in the middle. What's super unique is that in the rafters of the bridge there are these triangular paintings from the 17th century, depicting scenes from Lucerne's history. It's like an open-air art gallery you can walk through. Sadly, part of it burned down in the 90s, but it's been beautifully restored. Okay guys, if you're an adrenaline junkie or even just a little bit adventurous, this next place is basically your mecca. We're heading to Interlaken, and this town is not messing around when it comes to extreme sports and outdoor activities. The name Interlaken literally means between lakes, and that's exactly where it is, nestled on a narrow strip of land between two stunning turquoise lakes, Lake Thun and Lake Brienz, with the massive peaks of the Eiger, Monch and Jungfrau looming in the background. The setting alone is insane, but what Interlaken is really famous for is being the adventure capital of, well, maybe not the world, but definitely Europe. You look up in the sky and it's just full of paragliders, Seriously, they're like colourful birds soaring everywhere. People are canyoning, river rafting, skydiving, bungee jumping, hang gliding, you name it, they do it here. The energy in this town is electric. All right, guys, for our final spot on this epic Swiss tour, we're going completely off the grid. Well, not completely, we still had GPS mostly. And heading into the Swiss National Park. This isn't your average park with manicured lawns and picnic tables. Oh no, this is Switzerland's only national park, and it's a massive area of protected, rugged, untouched wilderness in the Engadine Valley. It's all about preserving nature in its purest form, so there are strict rules. No straying from marked paths, no dogs, no camping, no picking flowers. It's serious stuff. And that's what makes it so special. You're truly experiencing nature as it's meant to be. The landscapes here are raw and wild. All right, guys, that is officially a wrap on our top 10 newly discovered by us tourist attractions in Switzerland. Man, what a trip. Even just recapping it all has me wanting to book another flight right now. From those insane 72 waterfalls in Lauterbrunnen to the bluest water I've ever seen at Alpine Lake. And then walking next to the massive Alpine glacier. It's just been one mind-blowing experience after another. And don't even get me started again on the Matterhorn or that crazy Rhine Falls or the charm of Lucerne. This country is just stacked with beauty. Thanks so much for watching, for sticking with us through all 10 of these incredible places. It means the world that you guys tune in to see our crazy adventures. If you like this video, please smash that like button. And don't forget to leave a comment down below telling me which of these spots you'd visit first. See you in the next video. Peace out.